Yo guys, what is Gucci? Welcome back to The Contentment. This is a place where we pull together ideas from the world's creatives to level up your mind, body and spirit. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you checking this video out. Got myself a delicious chai with some cacao, organic cacao. Oh my god, organic, I'm so cool. And organic coconut oil. And it's just delicious. Chai and cacao. Before I get into this, I just want to make a quick shout out and send my condolences to all of the people back in my hometown in Gizzy and Hawke's Bay and up the coast with Cyclone Gabrielle that just came through and fucked some shit up. There's a lot of people that have had their houses destroyed. You can go find some stuff where if you want to donate or do charity, give some money away, help some people. I'll see if I can find the link and put it in this video if you want to help out. But yeah, just thoughts with all of those families and the Misfit crew down there, in Hawke's Bay, Jack Jensen and all those lads. They're just helping everyone out, helping the community out. I saw them taking dead sheep off the road and it's just miserable down there, and it's super sad to see shit like this happen in New Zealand. And yeah, my thoughts go out to them, and yeah, sad times. Anyway, welcome to The Contentment, welcome to the show. I'm just gonna have a little sip-a-roo and then we'll get into it. Honestly, it's not sweet, it's not I'm just gonna get me a stevia. Put in this. Alright, I got no stevia, that's all good. Little story. This morning, I've been getting up at 4:30 every day this month. Some of you guys may know, some of you may not. And anyway, I went to the gym this morning. Then after the gym, I had a sauna. And then as I was driving home, I was called to go down to the beach. And I just did my practices down there because I had all my practice stuff with me. Anyway, I was listening to Andy Frisella, and he was talking about how having a vision and actively using visualization and manifestation, as in sitting down every day intentionally and imagine you're grabbing the steering wheel of your dream car. Imagine you're opening up your bank account and you're seeing how much money's in there. For me, I just want 100k in my savings, so I was just imagining that. And yeah, driving the Jeep Gladiator, and I wrote down in my book, Army Green but darker. Finished my practices up, finished the vision, went to draw a card. Pulled the card, and the card was manifestation. Your vision is coming to life. And it's the exact practice that I started. Funky, coincidence is cool, yeah, carry on. Synchronicity, whatever you want to call it. As I was driving home, on the road that I drive down every single day to get to my house, there's a green, dark green, the exact color that I wrote down in my book, Jeep Gladiator, on the side of the road. And so I slow down and look at it really carefully, and it was just crazy. It was when one thing happens, it's super interesting and buzzy, and then when another thing happens, it starts to lead me towards the position of fuck, surely there's something in this. Maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see and, believing some stuff, but I think it's more productive to view that as synchronicity and that I am on the right path, and I'm choosing to view it that way, and it was pretty cool. Anyway, so today's video, everything is a skill. Literally everything. Communication, going to the gym, learning how to make a cup of tea, making money. Literally everything is a skill. Which then leads me to believe that you can get good at any skill you want. So you can actually do anything you fucking want with your life because you can hone the skills to be good at that thing, whatever it is. So yeah. The more that life unfolds, the more that I'm becoming deeply, deeply convinced that everything is just a skill. You want to make more money, start providing more value either to your employer or start something where you're providing value to people. That's something that I'm really trying to focus on at the moment, and it's slowly starting to happen. I don't want to get ahead of myself and say that I'm rich or anything like that, because it's definitely not the case, but things are starting to move, and it feels really good because I'm realizing that it's just a skill. And if I continue to learn about money, continue to learn about how to provide value, continue to learn, then I'm going to attract more money. That's just the way it works. If you want to have a good, healthy body, however you want it to look. That is also a skill. There's a skill in knowing which foods to eat. There's a skill in knowing which exercises to do. There's a skill in knowing what time to go to bed and how much water to drink. Those are all skills, and they add up to make your body healthier. Everything is a skill. How many times will I say that in this video? I reckon at least 704 times. So, kind of like the story at the start of this video, a lot of who I am and what I do and what I'm about, like I'm very, very dreamy in the way that I am in the world. Like I'm always thinking about like the dream, my dream life, and things that I love and what I'm working towards, and like I'm just up in my head a lot. And I'm fantasizing, and a lot of what I talk about comes from like Hunter's fantasy land of wanting all of this shit, and what I'm talking to you about right now, it's what I'm trying to learn, and I'm trying to take it from fantasy land into reality, and using the philosophy of everything being a skill, it is how we can take it from fantasy land and turn it into something that is in this reality. So how do we actually make our dreams come true, whatever that is, whether it's the car, the girl, the relationship, the family, the money, whatever. You could be chasing a sports goal or whatever, literally anything. Everything is a skill. You've got macro skills, like a big thing for me right now, financial freedom. Underneath that, there's so many other micro skills that tie into that macro skill. I'm going to put a graphic on the screen now just to really iterate that. It's pretty straightforward, but you get it. A main macro goal, vision, skill, and is funneled and fed into, with a bunch of micro skills. And if you nail those micro skills, you're going to get the macro skill. So if you're like me and you're trying to earn more money and figure out how to have more abundance and freedom with your time, then learning the skills of that is going to be how that eventuates and how that happens. It's not just like, wow, I'm going to be rich one day. Like, you have to put in the action, understand the skills, execute on developing those skills, and then you will hopefully get there. You know, as I say this sort of stuff, and as I write the letter that I've written to go with this video, like, it's so fucking obvious. Like, no shit, everything's a skill. Yeah, cool. Like, to me, it's just so obvious, and right now I'm just having an epiphany about the fact that everything is a skill. Like, no one's accidentally rich other than those born into wealth. Let's not even fucking talk about that because it's so irrelevant. Everyone that is wealthy and has built wealth didn't accidentally do that. They figured out what they needed to do to provide value, to earn more money. They executed that, and they stacked up other skills. They figured out how to do their taxes, who they needed to talk to do everything, and got a compilation, got a collection of skills that then led to them being a wealthy person. Just like the person with a good physique, just like the person with a nice car, like all of that shit, none of it is by accident. No one is making YouTube content and whatever other creator out there, no one's doing it by accident. They have built up skills that have then funneled into this big thing that you see of someone on social media that's doing so fucking well. But what they've done is just stack up heaps of little micro skills, which now looks like this fancy, really cool thing that they do. So let's just stop with the whole words situation and me explaining skills, personal excellence, skills. You just got to build skills. And let's look at this graphic. So to achieve your dream life, you have to be who you need to be in real time. You can't just talk shit. So who you are and who you need to be have to align, and that is your dream life. If you're aligning those two values, then your dream life will #manifest itself. Your vision will come to life because you are being who you need to be to bring that version of reality into existence. Lots of funky words, but I really enjoy it. So let's go with it. So, keeping along the lines of practicality, what is it you want? What do you want from your life? What skills do you need for that life situation to exist? What skills do you need? It's not going to magically happen. What skills do you need to have in your tool belt so that that reality can exist? Now, I'm going to break this down in the version of what I'm currently working on, and that is freedom. I want to be able to work from anywhere. I want to be able to have freedom and autonomy over my time. I want to do what I want when I want, and that includes freelancing in my business. That is what I love to do, and that is what I want to do with my time. I don't want to do other jobs. Very grateful for other jobs because they've led me into this position, but I'm trying to become free so that I can see my family more, see my friends more, and actually do the things in life that I want to be doing. So to get there, the skills that I require is financial freedom. I require the ability to make money. I require the ability to drive a car so I can drive around and work from anywhere. I also require a car. I require the mindset to actually believe that this lifestyle is possible. Personal development, I require that. I also require having less shit. I require my spaces to be less cluttered, and I require myself to be able to pack all of my shit up into a truck or a car or whatever and drive anywhere I want. I don't want to be held down and limited by the possessions that I have. At the end of the day, like, the more you own, the less free you are, sort of thing. And I'm nowhere near like the position I want to be in the context of owning less shit, but I'm stoked that I'm now thinking about it, because I do want a lot of materialistic stuff, but when I really sit back and think about it, like, I don't really want a lot of it. A lot of it is just sort of like filling the void of distracting myself and just wanting to buy some new shit just because. So what is it you want? What skills do you need and require to get that? And then what skills do you currently have? At the moment, I can drive, that's cool. I also am every single day working on my mindset towards all of this stuff, so that's also a box tick. But then there's also the financial freedom, not there yet, working on that. And I still own too much stuff. So those are two macro skills that I can work on. Now I can break both of those skills down and easily get them. Say easily, but it takes a fuckload of work. So let's talk about financial freedom. You have to break that down into many different avenues. You have to figure out how to make money, how to start a business, how to do your own tax, how to provide more value at your current job so you get paid more, whatever the thing might be. I'm not going to stumble into money. I'm not going to stumble into the ability to maintain and fulfill my dream life. I'm not going to stumble into the future that I'm working towards. It's an active process. The journey is the purpose. It is the journey of my life. It is my life's work, and I'm super happy with that. It's not going to just magically happen. There's no tooth fairy coming to lift up my efforts and give me money. No one's coming to save me, and I have to do it. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And that sucks to take that responsibility. I've said before in other videos, but it's also the fundamental truth. So fuck it. Pick up your cross if you want to use biblical references and fucking do it. So, there's this concept of macro and micro skills, and anything is a skill. Whatever it is that you want to achieve in your life, it is a skill. I've said that enough times. But to execute on the micro skills, to actually learn the skills so that you can achieve your goals, your dreams, your vision, you have to have unwavering discipline to be able to actually walk down that path to unpack and learn the skills. Again, you're not going to magically stumble upon the skills and just end up where you want. Again, you have to hone the craft, and that is where cultivating discipline, fortitude, grit, and the ability to keep going when you don't have motivation, discipline over motivation. I could talk about this concept all day, personal excellence, discipline over motivation. I'm a broken record when it comes to this shit, but I truly believe it is the most fundamental cornerstone to all of this. These are all just words. Me making videos once every here and there is just fucking a facade. If you're gonna do something, you have to have discipline to keep doing it. And that is what I feel like my life's work is all about, is just Going from someone with no work ethic and hating my life to creating discipline to now loving my life and having a pretty intense work ethic. I'm very proud of that, and that's just a skill that I've developed over time, breaking it down into micro skills and using discipline to cultivate that. And again, work ethic, you're not born with it, you're not lazy, you just haven't fucking practiced that skill. That is a skill that you learn. If you stop practicing the skill, you will go backwards and you will lose it. That's how all of this works. It's literally like a game. Your character has levels of everything, and you're either leveling up or you're not. That's just how it works. So I could ramble about this shit for like 14 hours straight, so let's not do that. Let's start, let's grow, let's play, let's unpack our dreams, our goals into smaller, achievable skills. Let's stack that shit up and let's do our best to get every last drop from our life. Before I gap out of here, I'm going to use my reminders deck and pull a card with you guys. If you want to pick this deck up, it's on my website. Shameless plug. Let's give it a shuffle. Man, this morning was just so fucking good, eh? Pulling cards, getting the craziest card, given what I'm doing with my time, and then seeing the ute. Fuck, it's so cool. Alright. Card. Small things. Don't underestimate the power of the small things. After all, mountains are moved one pebble at a time. Focus on the next pebble. If that's not exactly what we're talking about in this video, one pebble at a time to move the mountain. Learn one skill at a time to achieve your dream. It's the same fucking thing. I get so hyped on this. It's so funny how much I just get so serious and hyped about this. I love it. It's cool. But I feel myself get so serious just because I love this shit so much, and it's kind of funny. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Another video, another week down. Much love. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a fucking amazing week. Let's get after it. Let's get every last drop from life. Peace. Oh.